has been entered, then we're going to come back. Okay. So we're going to ignore the PMT for the time being. The FV stands for full value. And yes, we do want to pay the amount back in full, so we're going to put in 1. The P/Y stands for payment per year. So if you're making a payment every single month, you will be paying 12 times a year, so put in 12. C-Y stands for compounded per year. So how much is the interest being recalculated every single year? We have a monthly, it's compounded monthly, so therefore it is going to be compounded 12 times a year. PMT stands for payment. Are you paying beginning of the month or are you paying at the end of the month? We are going to leave it at the end of the month. Once all the information is entered, what you need to do is go back to the PMT and press alpha, enter, which represents solve, and it will give you the number that you need to pay every single month. Single calculator screen, you'll notice that the amount that you need to pay in order to pay it off exactly in 60 months is $445.04. It asks, in the back of your worksheet, it asks you to think of a different situation. So suppose you want to borrow $146,000 to buy a house, and the interest rate was 7.25% per year that is compounded monthly. The length of the loan is 30 years, which is 360 months. Now, I'm going to skip A, B, and C and the table. I'm actually going to get to step 8. And step 8 asks you to get the exact amount in order to pay off the loan in exactly 30 years on the calculator. So remember, N stands for the number of payments, and we are going to pay for 360 months. The I% stands for the interest rate, and that is 7.25. Oops, I'm missing a 2. The principal value is now $146,000. The payment amount will change, but I need to make sure everything else remains the same. We will still pay it off, FV, full amount. We will pay 12 times per year. It will also be compounded 12 times a year, and we will make a payment at the end of each month. So now that the PMT is highlighted, I will press alpha, enter. So the amount that I will need to pay every single month for 360 months is $995.97, or 98 cents if we were to round it off. So here's what this means. We will pay $997.98 for 360 months. That means that our original loan amount was $146,000. After everything is paid off in 30 years, we would have paid $359,272.80 for the loan of $146,000. To borrow for a house, what would the recursive routine look like? The recursive routine would be U sub 0 is equal to 146,000. UN will equal to U n minus 1, again that is notation, I am going to multiply it by 1 plus, and I need to take the 7.25%, convert it into decimal, which is 0.0725, and I need to divide it by 12 to get the monthly interest. And I will pay off this loan, so I need to subtract $1,000 to represent that I'm paying $100 every single month. If you enter this recursive routine in your calculator, you will see that the loans will be negative after 360 months because we only have to pay $997 instead of $1,000. I have one more example that I would like to do. My employer, which is the Roseville School District, offers an investment plan for my retirement. This plan invests a portion of my paycheck before taxes is deducted. I get paid twice a month. The plan has a fixed annual interest rate of 4.75%. It is compounded bi-monthly, and I am contributing $100 for every paycheck. What I would like to know is, what will my balance be after 5 years, 10 years, and 20 years? The first thing I must think about is 4.75% is equivalent to 0.0475 from percentage to decimal. I also need to take that interest, which is 0.0475, and I have to divide it by 24. And the reason is because it is compounded bi-monthly. So when I take 0.0475 and I divide it by 24, the biannual interest rate is 0.001979. And to say 00, 0.00179. So that is my bi-monthly interest rate. So what does my recursive routine look like? My u sub 0 is going to be 100, because that's the first thing I'm going to put in. My un is going to equal to un minus 1, and I'm going to multiply it by 1 plus the bi-monthly interest, which is 0.001979. I'm also going to contribute $100 every single paycheck, from every single paycheck. So this is what my recursive routine looks like. Let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. So to answer the question, what will my balance be after 5 years? I need to figure out what term number is equivalent to 5 years. I'm going to take 5 times 24, because there are 24 bi-monthly in a year, and I'm looking for the balance after 5 years. So 5 times 24 is 120. So the term that I'm looking for is 120th term. I'm looking for u sub 120. So type the recursive routine into your calculator and then find u sub 120. According to my calculation, u sub 120, which is my balance after 5 years, will be $13,656.44 approximately. If I wanted to know my balance after 10 years, I'm going to look for u sub 240. So after 10 years, my balance would be $30,842. If I'm looking for my balance after 20 years, I would need to look for U sub 480, because there are 480 bi-monthly in 20 years. In 20 years, I would have $80,252.08. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me tomorrow during class time.